The Pirates! Zoro's Adventures in Equestria by Full Metal Pony. Set adrift, lost in the woods. Oh, guys, I have a special announcement about this chapter. Trixie's Edge. Woo! I know my fanbase. A large crescent moon hung over Equestria. Directed by Luna, its soft light filled the night and illuminated the darkness. The moonlight did not help the unicorn that was currently muttering curses to herself. Then again, not much moonlight could pierce through the thick trees of the Everfree Forest. When the moonlight did poke through the dense forest canopy, it shined on the unicorn's mane, accentuating its silver hue. Somewhere close by, a branch snapped, causing the unicorn to twist her blue muzzle back and forth in fright. Whether it was a tree blowing in the wind, a random pebble tumbling down a hill, or even the sound of her own hooves, the slightest provocation sent her darting away from whatever had alarmed her. The constant creaking of the carts he pulled didn't help her paranoia. "Trixie should have never bought a second-hoof cart," she huffed. "The noise makes it displeasing, and it doesn't attract customers." Trixie grunted and continued pulling the cart. "That stupid sign clearly lied to Trixie. It said the way to Trottingham was on the right, and Everfree Forest was on the left. Oh!" Trixie let out a snort. "If I ever find that sign again, it'll ruin the day you dare to defy the great and powerful Trixie!" Trixie reared up on her hind legs and swatted the air with her front ones in frustration. A crow cawed in response to Trixie's ranting. Trixie fell back onto four hooves and shivered. She pulled herself closer to her cart. "Trixie's not scared of any tiny forest. She is just not accustomed to being away from her adoring fans." Another branch snapped. "Trixie is not afraid of anything in this forest. She has managed to tame our major. She can handle herself." Her whole body involuntarily shivered. "Obviously, the sign is to blame. It has clearly misled me. Her." Trixie stopped her hose in frustration. "This is that sign's fault." Trixie lurched her cart to the left and turned it around. "Trixie will simply go back the way she came." The forest was filled with small paths. The paths she was carrying on forked in multiple directions. Following tracks was useless as well. The undergrowth covered up any signs a path had been visited. Trixie stared in the vast maze the forest had now become. Her ears drooped and eyes widened both horror and panic. "I don't want to be here anymore." The night would not end. Whenever Trixie caught a glimpse of the moon through the trees, she saw that the moon had moved. And yet the black night remained. Her azure coat was a mess, and parts of it were completely frayed off due to her attempts at a gallop while pulling the cart. Her breathing was almost as fast as her heartbeat now. Every noise sent her into a mad gallop. There was a far-off howl, and Trixie sprinted. She galloped until her roots stopped in her tracks. The cart in turn knocked the wind out of her. She pulled herself up. Mud covered both the inside and outside of her muzzle. She spat out the wet earth and looked at herself to assess the damage. Her cape and hat became further dirtied, her mane covered in more leaves, and new cuts and scrapes accompanied the injuries that dotted her legs. She had lost count of how many times she had fallen tonight. She sighed and continued onward, desperate to find an exit from the nightmare from the forest had become. However, when she moved forward, the cart wouldn't budge. As she looked back and saw her fall had been a double whammy. Not only had she tripped on her route, but the cart got stuck in the undergrowth as well. Horror lit up for a brief second, but then she stopped her magic and fell to the ground. She curled into a small ball. "What's the point?" she sobbed. "Ever since Ponyville, it's been one failure after another. No pony wants to see Trixie anymore. I'm just yesterday's news." She peeked out from the forest. To her, it looked like it was closing in on her. "Now I'm going to die here, alone and forgotten. No pony will care, or even know." Hot tears ran down Trixie's cheeks. I never even had any friends who cared." Then in the darkness, Trixie saw a glint of the light. It was much larger than the simple moonbeams that poked out throughout the forest. "The exit!" Trixie unhitched herself from the stuck cart and dashed towards the moonlight. "Trixie, you knew she could do it." The tree started fading away. Trixie just got a little lost us all, and now she could go and the light had not led to the exit of the forest, but rather a large meadow. Trixie felt her haunches. There's no way out! No way out! Trixie gave up and lay down in the meadow. Where had it gone so wrong? Had it been the show? The foals? That stupid purple unicorn? Trixie started out a small cry. Was it always going to end this way? A broken star! Trixie gazed up at the vast expanse that made up the night sky. At least Princess Luna made the night beautiful. Trixie began to close her eyes. The creatures of the forest didn't care. She would just lie there until exposure did her in. This was always how it would end. I just wish I could have done one last show with some friends. Her voice was soft and quiet as the wind blew through the meadow. Something flickered in the sky caught Trixie's closing eyes. Huh? She asked weakly. Whatever it was wasn't a star. It just was a twinkle in space. It became a dot of light. It kept shimmering and continued to grow larger. Trixie weakly shuffled to her hose, looked at a strange object. What? Is it a phoenix? Trixie squinted her eyes to look at it. No, it's too big to be a phoenix. What? A meteor? A shooting star. I wish I had a friend. Trixie yelled to the heavens. I just don't want to be here alone anymore. Please! Trixie gazed up at the object as tears ran down her face. Please, she repeated. Suddenly, there was a rustling in the bushes. Boop! Ah! And you are? Starlight Glitter. Please meet you. Want to be friends? Sure, why not? As thus did Trixie and Starlight Glimmer proceeded to draw together to have many adventures. In response, the object kept getting bigger. Eh? Trixie could now see it wasn't a meteor. Some sort of weird bubble. Eh? A bubble that was zooming right towards Mel. Eh? Trixie darted for the trees as the bubble kept crashing into the forest. The blast knocked her back feet and into a tree. Trixie coughed as she recovered from the hit. I should have known a wish would go wrong. Anger crept in her voice. So, even the stars are against me. Fine! Trixie got to her hose and glared up at the moon. The stupid darn moon! Screw you, Princess Luna! I always had... Trixie stopped her rant. She saw the impact crater was smoking, shaped like a paw. That wasn't normal, whatever it was. Trixie tried closer. The crater looked just like the paw had destroyed her last cart. It was a sign. But then, what does it... As the smoke cleared away, Trixie saw that in the center of the crater was a pony. His coat was black and his mane was seaweed green. A green scarf was wrapped around his neck, sticking out, and it was full of strange scabbards. A horn stuck out of his head, and 3 blades graced his flank. Trixie's mouth dropped. This is... His smile slowly grew at Trixie's face. A friend! Trixie scooped up the unicorn and gave him a hug. She didn't notice his head flopped back. She happily looked up to the moon. Oh, thank you, Princess Luna. Trixie should never have adopted you. Thank you so much. Trixie noticed her cat was wet now. Huh? She went to the unicorn. Now that she saw his eyes weren't open, and he was barely breathing. A large scar across his chest was bleeding onto Trixie's coat. No! Trixie instantly picked up the unicorn with her magic and started performing all the first aid procedures she knew. Oh, I can't lose you. I just met you. Trixie rushed back to where she had left the cart. The cart! If it has medical supplies in it. She reached the cart at record speed. She threw it open with magic and laid the unicorn down on a small bed as she rifled through all the cabinets. Where is it? Where is it? Ha! Trixie grasped what she was looking for with her hose and held it in high victory. It was a roll of bandages. Mom always said that these were the best magic in Equestria. Trixie looked at the unicorn. Don't worry, bandages make everything better. Trixie went on to work on healing the unicorn. The black unicorn's left eye twisted a little. He swung an ear at it. Ugh. That's right. That damn bear sent me. There was a blue horse sleeping right next to him. Ah! Trixie opened up her eyes and saw the unicorn was up. No! She jumped up and braced herself against the dresser. Makeup and other cosmetics crashed to the floor. Oh, I mean, you're up. I was worried. It's been a whole 2 days. Shut up! He yelled. All right. He whistled as he moved to his side. You've got 3 seconds to tell me. He He moved his hoof over to his side as he was trying to grasp at something. Then he grimaced. He drew his hoof to his face. What the hell? My hand! He glared at Trixie. Okay, horse thing. Give me back my hands, or I. He twisted a little as the scabbard shifted around his neck. Ha! He grabbed the white one with his teeth and unsheathed the sword within. Whoa! Since he had never seen a pony brandish a sword before. Certainly no pony has ever pulled one on her, not even the rougher areas of Equestria. I did not take away whatever hands are. I only tried to help. Please don't hurt me. She felt her haunches a coward. Unicorn looked over the situation and re-seized his sword. What a pain. He looked down. It's literally covered in bandages from hoof to head. Did you think bandages help that much? Well, considering the show that you guys are on, yeah. He slowly got to his hooves. He wobbled and would have fallen if it were not for the small confines of the cart. Damn it! He braced himself against the side. Bastard blasts me off, and then makes me whatever the hell this thing is. He kept pushing forward to the dare that lay outside. Tracy growled over to him. Wait! You can't! You shouldn't even be moving. You need to rest, please! She raised a hoof to him. He turned around to face Tracy. Look, talking horned horse thing. I got places to go. Thanks for helping me fixing me up, but I gotta go. He faced the door and slipped over to it. He scented a hoof, but the knob wouldn't turn. Tracy stood, watching the scene in front of her. But he's a friend, right? I wished and he came here. He fumbled more with the door. She clenched her teeth. Stupid unicorn! He even uses magic, and he has the gall to say that he's fine to the great and powerful Trixie. Now listen here, fool. Trixie mustered up the courage. Trixie has taken good care of you. Now she demands that you fulfill her wish and be a good friend. Starlight, you called? Not now, Starlight. Huh? The unicorn glared back at her with a look that sent shivers down her spine. Sorry, your door is annoying. He slid the sword out again and swiftly swung his head around. A second later, the door split into multiple pieces. Trixie's jaw dropped. My cart! What? I apologize. He said nonchalantly. The unicorn hopped out of the court and into the forest. I'd give you some cash, but I haven't got anything on me. Trixie still gaped at the new hole in her cart. Trixie scowled. How dare he! I heal him, and he breaks Trixie's cot! Why, Trixie will... Her eyes fell on the three scabbards. Her horn lit up. Great. A forest. The unicorn sighed and continued trying forward. Oh well, at least there'll be stuff to eat here. Still, what the hell? Why am I a horse now? Doesn't matter. Need to get back to the... His sword sprinkled out of his sash and flew to the air, covered in blue aura. What? The swords bobbled up and down around Trixie. Trixie demands that you be her friend, or you do not get your weapons back. Unicorn was upon her in an instant. His soft breath was in Trixie's face. You better drop them right now. He growled. No. Trixie made her wish, and she will have it fulfilled. One of the swords crackled. Lightning sizzled around it. What? What is that weapon? More lightning emanated from the sword. Trixie felt her hawks. Yeep! Get it off! Get it off! The blue aura surrounding his sword darkened. The unicorn glanced up at the sword and then back at Trixie. Stop folding them then. Trixie closed her eyes and tried to push through the pain the sword was causing. I'm trying, but Trixie was suddenly engulfed in the dark blue aura. Get it away! Trixie and the swords flew away from the unicorn and zoomed through the forest. My swords! The unicorn galloped after Trixie. He pounded through the forest, trampling over undergrowth and snapping countless branches. His eyes, like a hungry wolf, were focused on the glow. Then the forest darkened and the glow was lost. Damn it! He pounded his host into the ground frustration. I guess I'll have to guess where she went. A nearby twig snapped. The unicorn turned his head to see a wolf-like creature emerge from the bushes. In advance, it had more twigs cracked. Only, it wasn't stepping on any twigs. The creature's own body was making the snapping noises. Great monsters. The unicorn sighed. He twisted to grab his sword, but grasped at nothing. Crap! If I ever find that thing again, I'm gonna... Wait. It had a horn. Then I should... It glared up at his head. Unfortunately, that meant taking his eyes off the timber wolf. It lunged for him. Crap! He opened his jaws for the kill and fell on the unicorn. For a second, the forest was still. The unicorn wolf stood unmoving. The wolf let out a yelp and moved onto the ground. There was now only a crack in the wind by. The unicorn looked down at the defeated foe, then up to his horn. Couldn't even cut with this thing. Suddenly, a scream resounded through the forest. The unicorn craned his head to where he thought the scream was coming from. Great! Now that thing's in trouble. Oh well, at least now I know where it is. He barreled deep into the forest towards the scream. However, there was another scream, this time from behind him. He looked back and forth between where the scream had come from and where he had headed. Was the scream coming from this direction? He darted off in a different direction, only for the scream to come from once more from the opposite end of the forest. Darn it! This forest must be playing tricks on me. I'm not saying a word, Zoro. Only I'm thinking that if you ever had a compass, it would start spinning around until finally it said, I quit! Another scream. He didn't bother to pinpoint the source this time. This is... More screaming. He grated his teeth and galloped forward. He saw a flight of blue in the green forest and darted forward. Would you shut up? Mr. Sunpony! Trixie called out. Help! Fine, but would you stop? He looked around the forest they were in. Screaming! Dozens of wolves surrounded them. Crap. He twisted his head, looking for his swords. Horse thing! Where are my swords? I'm not a horse thing. I'm a... Swords! Now! The wolves started to advance. Trixie held out a shaky hoof towards the nearby bundle. Over there! Good. The unicorn jumped for them and unseized one. Crap! I can only hold one right now. He turned to look back at Trixie. Get out of here! He growled. I'm not just going to leave you! The unicorn danced at her with his sword held high. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. He swung his sword. A timber wolf fell behind her, a large gash running across his chest. The unicorn glanced at it. I can't protect you and take care of these guys at last time. Mr. Author, just to remind you, Zoro can talk perfectly fine with his sword in his mouth. Why? Well, Oda pointed it out. He speaks from the heart. Trixie will help you then. A horn glowed and put a shield and materials around them. There, this will keep us safe while we're... A wolf smacked into the shield and shattered it into bits. The rest of the pack advanced on them. Trixie's pupil turned to pinpricks. She turned around and got away. Please be safe, Mr. Sword Pony. The unicorn watched as Trixie disappeared in the forest. Well, that's one problem out of the way. He brought his attention back to the wolf pack. Now for you! They bared his fangs at him. I need some tinderwood. 5 darted toward so it lunged down. He moved his sword in one motion that sent him back down to the ground with new chestwoods. Stupid wolves! The rest of the pack looked at each other. Then they answered Brenton and snarled at the unicorn. Guess that scared you, huh? Hundreds of teeth raced towards him. He brought up his sword and slashed towards the wolf. Wave after wave came after him. A nest of lead, teeth, and golden eyes. Some managed to reach him with their claws, creating red streaks across his body. Sometimes he used his horn to knock them back with blunt force. The wolves kept coming, their supply never waning. The unicorn started to breathe heavily. Damn it! This isn't good! He lifted the 2 swords by his hooves. Only I could use all 3. Something flashed in the corner of his right eye. A set of teeth were launching themselves at him. You want some too? He raised his attack to block the attack, but suddenly the knees gave out. His whole body burned. The image of a giant paw flashed in his mind. Damn it! Not now! The jaws moved in close on him. No! Clang! A sword was stuck in the wolf's chest. A green glow surrounded the handle. The wolf fell to the ground with a thud. Both the unicorns and the wolves looked at the still floating sword in bemusement. What's going on? Thought the unicorn. Why is my sword floating? Maybe if I got a better look at it. In response, the sword flew over to him. In his reflex, he saw his horn was covered in the same glow as the handle. Am I doing this? He looked over his other sword, which was still on the ground. Come on! He felt the weight tug on him, but the sword didn't move. Damn, Shuishu's too heavy. He glared back at the wolves. He spat out the other sword and managed to levitate at his side. Oh well, 2 swords is better than 1. He charged straight into the pack. Tracy galloped through the forest with a million thoughts blasting around her head. Why did the sword do that? Where am I? Are the wolves chasing me? Where's the exit? Where's the exit? The sound of battle filled the forest. Barks, howls, and bite, and the sound of woods being chopped assaulted Tracy's ears. She continued to race forward, unsure where to go. Her shield easily shattering one bit burned in her memory. Am I really that useless? Tracy stopped galloping. I couldn't do anything. It was my fault the wolves came, because I took his sword. She looked down to the ground as tears fell from her mud-stained face. My fault. A howl rang through the forest, then everything went silent. Oh no! Trixie raced back to the battlefield. The forest was littered with wolves. A few were still twitching, but most were still. They all had large cuts running along their bodies. A few had their limbs chopped right off. Trixie shivered as she made her way past them. He didn't do all this alone, did he? She came upon a large pile of wolves. The fading moonlight fell upon them and highlighted their wounds. Tracy turned a shade of green and was about to look away when something near the pile moved. Hello, Mr. Sword Pony. The figure stopped and advanced on her. Sweat gathered on her brows as it got closer. She raised her horn for battle. Oh no! Who am I kidding? I still kept running and never looked back. I thought I told you to run, the unicorn said. His voice was raspy and strained. All three of his swords were back in a scarf now. I was worried. Whatever. He sighed to turn around, went back to the pile, and draped a wolf across his shoulder. Help me carry one of these. What? Why? I'm hungry, and if I can't eat them, I can at least make a fire. He trotted forward with the wolf on his back, but winced. Tracy raced forward and saw a large splinter sticking out of his right foreleg. You're hurt. Let me help. Her horn lit up. He reared back a little. Keep that crazy thing away from me. It'll send me flying like it did my sword. Huh? A cold sensation wrapped around his leg as the splinters removed themselves, and the wound they caused partially closed. How did you do that? Tracy looked up from his wounds and blinked. I, Trixie, like all unicorns, learned basic first aid at a young age. Didn't you? He got outside. Look, you knew whatever. Until I woke up, I didn't have a horn, hooves, or any of this crap. He flung his tail down in frustration. I don't even know where I am. Trixie thinks we are any of it free. She doesn't particularly like it. Sheesh. It's always forests that are a big pain. Where is the exit? Trixie doesn't. She pawed the ground. I don't know. Super. He glanced up at the sky and the falling moon. Well, the moon sets in the west, right? So we'll just follow that. It's gotta lead somewhere. Trixie doesn't disagree. Where are you going? Rather than heading to the right side of the moon, the unicorn was heading north. Into the right side where the moon is. Tracy jabbed up at the moon. It's that way! So this forest really does play tricks on you. Tracy rubbed her chin with her hoof. Perhaps you are right. Tracy got lost here because signs were wrong. You probably just had a bad sense of direction. You are so black! I'm not black. You're black. You're black! He said bluntly. Kept trying to move forward. At least Trixie can see the moon! She guffawed. We should go this way. She jammed in the direction of the setting moon. Do whatever you want. I'm sure you could survive the forest alone. He continued going north. Trixie closed her mouth and walked by the pony. For a long time they were silent. The dead wolf on the unicorn's back didn't help the atmosphere. Finally, Trixie spoke up. What enchantment did you put on your weapon? Huh? Trixie has never seen an anti-spell like it. Unicorn glanced at his sword. What do you mean, spells? Trixie peered closer at the unicorn and his swords. She lit up her horn for a second and was blasted away the next. Unicorn tried over her, but didn't help her up. You okay? Trixie is not okay. She doesn't know what spell you used, but that thing, she put it into the sword and red scabbard, is dangerous. Oh, you mean Ketsu? It's cursed, he said with a wicked grin. Why in Equestria would she keep something cursed? I wouldn't even meddle with those sort of things. I tamed it. Trixie deadpanned as he pushed herself to her host. What? I broke its curse. He looked down at his swords again. His eyes not focused on the red scabbard, but the black one. If only Shui was a little bit lighter. He's crazy! I summoned a monster! Tracy moved a few steps away from the afraid he was going to transform into a raging beast. Wait, why does he have 3 swords anyway? Her eyes then grazed away back to his cue mark. Their eyes wide in realization. Oh, now Trixie gets it! Gets what? You're a performer too. Why else carry 3 swords around? Trixie's wits is making much more sense now. Trixie looked ready to jump for joy. And now seeing Trixie jumping happily. It's cute. Wait, wait. But do you guys know what the irony of Zoro being Trixie thinking Zoro is a performer is? One of the original story beats for Zoro was that he was going to be a member of Buggy's crew. Weirdo. He decided to continue trying forward. Trixie got a little closer now and looked at his face. What? Trixie would like to know your name. Mr. Sword Pony sounds rude. Zoro. Trixie tilted her head a little. Trixie was expecting a little more something like 3 slice. What does Zoro mean? Oof! Trixie tripped over something and was instantly looking down at her fast. Ah! Stop screaming! Zoro yelled as he bit into her tail and kept her from falling. Ow, 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 help! She continued to scream. Zoro jumped back and pulled her away. He flew back into a trip and landed in a clump. He got up and spat over a few silver heads of hair. Great, there goes my appetite. He looked down at the simmering ball Trixie had become. Thank you. Get up. Zoro looked forward. I found something. Trixie peeked an eye out from under her hose. What is? Trixie stopped when she saw that Zoro was looking at. Across the courts was a building of some sort. It had been made from stone that had been weathered down and broken to pieces. Come on. Zoro tried forward. But how are we going to cross this gap? Maybe we should head down these stairs. There's this really lovely looking tree. Zoro didn't say anything. Instead pointing to his right. Trixie lowered and saw a bridge in the loosest sense of the words. It was just a collection of rotting wood and rope. The rope looked exactly worn. It wasn't even fully tied to wooden poles at either end of the bridge. Trixie is not getting on that. Fine. I'm not keeping you. You've enjoyed the forest now. He then nonchalantly stepped onto the bridge, which squeaked under his hooves. Trixie watched as Zoro walked further away from her, then back to the forest. The bushes close by rustled in response. Trixie hates stupid wishes. She chased after Zoro. A pair of sharp eyes looked to the edge of the forest, noticing the large amount of birds rising to the air. Strange. The birds only move if someone is in the forest.